Hey everyone, welcome to the channel The Technical Fist. I'm Sheikh Wasim and today we are continuing the part of HTML and CSS, and today we'll see how we can create the CSS grid boxes. We'll see how we can create multiple divs in single div. I'm opening this file in my editor called Notepad++. Also I'm opening this file to browser. Let's open it side by side to get more clear vision that what we are writing will be appearing side by side. So let's open this over here, and this was the file we created in our previous tutorial. If you haven't watched, I'll be giving link in description. Go through it and watch how we can create the HTML, the heading and the part over that of defining div or a class or an ID or writing in CSS. So I'm removing this and let's start from here. Let me write a class to this. I'll define a class called outer box. This will be the outer box of my div, which will get clear vision that how it is appearing. Let's inspect this and see. And when you will go inside the body, you can see our div is appearing here over here. So now what? Now we'll write more div inside this and see how we can create those grid boxes. So let's take one more div. Move over here, div. Let's close this div and let's take one h1 tag for the title and close the h1 tag, and let's write the title called The Technical Fist. I'm writing over here The Technical Fist as a title, and after this what I'll do, I'll take another div. Okay, so let's first write class over here for the difference, that is class box 1. Okay, for this I'll take class inner box 2 and hit enter and close the div. So we'll write those grid boxes inside this inner box 2. So for this, let's take a div with class. Suppose I have to take one div to the left, I'll take box left and close this box. Box is basically div, and let's take one more div, and suppose I have to appear in this right, I will write box right and I'll close this div. So basically this box left will appear left and box right will appear right. So for that, let's take content inside this. Let me write the content. The content, I'll write the dummy. This is left box. Not taking too much time in the content, let's copy this and paste over here. You can write the whole content as long as you want. So for the right one, I'm writing the same thing. This is a right box. Same, I'm copy pasting this content. You can take the long content to see the better result. This is just a smaller content for reference purpose. Okay, and now we'll refresh this and you can see the Technical Fist heading is also appearing, and the boxes over box 2 is also appearing, but it is not appearing left or right. This is merged, means left and right both are merged. So this we'll see how we can differentiate this inside the box 2. So for that, let's first differentiate this body with a color. In outer box, I'll put the background color. If you don't know how to put the background color or color, in my previous tutorial I have already defined or declared how to do that, how to write the CSS inside the HTML file. Go through it. Also you can see the card over here, and I'll be giving the link in description. You can see the color of outer box I have put over here, that is gray color. And now what, we'll take the inner box 2 and the property called display flex. What does it do? It divides the part of the inner box in 2 parts. Not only 2, you can divide as many parts you want. First of all, see the box 1 is here. When we remove the display flex, both are merged, and we again put the display flex. Left is another and right is another part inside this box 2. So not only this, I wanted to show you that how many div you can take inside this, as many div you want. Let me show you one more div so that you must be confirmed that you will take as many div as you want. Let me take one more right div and close this and write content over here. This is more right. This will be the third one. Let's copy paste this content, and this will also appear inside one line. It will not go to the next line. You can see as it is appearing over here. This is because we have used the property called display flex. This is the property which divides the part of inner divs as its contents. This is the box 1 we have written here. Let's colorize this. Box 1, let me put the color to differentiate and look something cool or pretty over here. To put the color, you know what we have to do. We have to write the color name. For box 2, let me write one more color. You know how to take the class dot and write the class name and write the CSS inside the curly braces. Same as I'm taking the color for this dot class name curly braces and write the property called color, and let me take this color white. Let's save this. Box 1, 2, 3, all the colors are taken. When you will refresh, you can see all are colored. So here red is not looking pretty cool, so let's change the red color. To change the color to the hex code, what we do, we go to the color over here, click over the color and choose the color by this dragger, whatever you want. Suppose I need this yellow one. Just copy this hex code appearing over here and replace that color with the hex code. I'm replacing red with my hex code, and we'll see the hex code is appearing over the inspect element. That means the color is changed to the hex code. You can also write yellow for the same result, but the color of your choice is always in the hex code. So now what we'll do, let's see how the content appearing. This is the content 1, 2 and 3 inside box 2, and that is because of flex. They are appearing in one line. So let's create something more over here. In the property box right, let me first put a border over this box. Border you don't know how to put, then it is a property called border. Pixels of border, how much you want. I'm taking 1 pixels and the solid border, and refresh. You can see the yellow line appearing over the div of this middle div named box right. So basically this is, and the property is there for the gap called padding. Padding basically puts the gap between the div and the text inside the div. We do this because this text were too near to the line of border. So to create the gap inwards, we have taken the property called padding. Let's increase this padding to the 20 pixels and show you how it is appearing. So this is padding. It takes the content from the border or from the outer div inwards. So this is the main use of padding. Not only this, there is also a property. Let me change this first to the 5 pixels. There is also a property called margin, which takes the whole div inwards from the outer div. There is no outer div. Basically, let's take the parent div and takes the part inwards. Let's create the margin 5 pixels and show you how it is appearing. So this is, you can see the orange box appearing outwards. The border is margin. Let's increase the margin and show you. Now you will be clear. This orange box takes the whole div inwards. So basically these are the two properties. Padding is for creating the gap inwards from the div, and margin is for creating the gap outwards from the div. You must be clear. If you are not clear, do comment in the section below. I'll be giving a description link in which you will be clear about the margin and padding properties. You can also search for the Google for that. Let's enter for the first div. Let's take one border over here too, and this time I'll not take the solid border, I'll take dashed border. Double S. Dashed border. Dashed border is basically hyphen borders created over here. It's quite very low visible. Let's increase the border to 5 pixels, and you can see this is the hyphen dashed border. So we can also take the solid border or dashed border or dotted borders, whatever you want. Let's create the padding. Padding over here. Padding is not appearing. Oh, something I missed over here in the code. Semicolon. Okay, so now you can see padding appearing over here. So this is the way we can write the HTML that is called display flex property, which creates all the div inside the parent div in one line. Suppose if you have 10 div and you have 10 images over that and you have to create those 10 images in one line, then you will apply the display flex to the parent element. Likewise, these three are appearing in the box part 2. So that's it for today. Hope you have liked and enjoyed the video. If you have any confusion regarding display property or CSS or HTML, do comment in the section below. I'll be replying to you with the solution for that. I'll also love to see the creativity of yours. Send me the mail to theTechnicalFist@gmail.com, and whatever the best part I will see in the HTML and CSS shown by you and will show you in the next video. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Hit like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.